Hey, Mr. Burns here from A110. We're going to talk today about the tough ones from the first economics quiz, which you took back before spring break. We're going to go through 25 questions. We're going to go through some of them pretty quick. Some of them we'll spend a little more time on. Number one was pretty solid with the incentives, something that motivates you to change your economic behavior, and a sale would do that, right? Number two, you guys are great. You understood the difference here with supply and demand, and that the seller would lower the prices. Number three was a little bit of a tough one. 65% got it right. When you have scarcity, remember what scarcity forces is a choice to be made because you can't have everything. Everything's limited. Because in this scenario, there's resources that are limited. So you need to make a choice in this scenario. Okay, and scarcity would cause that. Not as bad on number four as I would have thought. I think a lot of you did get tricked by opportunity cost, but you were able to work through it and say, okay, this is the one he said yes to as opposed to no to. And yes is the choice, no is the opportunity cost. Number five, what's produced? What determines what is produced? It's what's available and what people want, demand, consumer preferences, those two things. Okay, number six it's always a tough one. I tried to underline the word value to help you, but think about it. It says large area of forest land has been set aside for public use instead of logging. So they're going to keep the trees. So what's the opportunity cost? It's the logging, using trees as lumber or paper products. So that's the opportunity cost. This instead of is kind of the academic language that kind of gave that one away. All right, number seven was a solid one, really no issues. Number eight, supply and demand, equilibrium price. We talked about that. We drew maps on the board, we drew charts on the board. It was a vocab word, equilibrium. So you just got to know that one, that when supply and demand meet, where they cross, where they intersect, that's the price of a good. All right, number nine, it was a little wordy, but remember, consumption is where you are using a good or a service. And letter C, Tony has a standing appointment to go to the barber every other Friday. He's using that service. Letter A would be a proprietorship. Letter B would be a partnership. And letter D would be he hired someone, but that's hiring someone for help. That's not consumption. All right, 10. Most of you did really well with that one. Is scarcity. A little bit easier scarcity question there. 11, you did solid. 12 was pretty good. Our businesses sell goods and services to individuals in the circular flow. As this one, not as good. Remember, if you're individuals in our economy, they own the resources, they own the labor, they own their time, their energy. They sell those resources to producers, right? Okay, and in return, they get income to purchase products. So which one don't they do is they don't make products to sell. That's what businesses do, not individuals. Even if you're a sole proprietorship, in that scenario, you're a business. All right, 14 was really good. 15 was solid. No real issues with 16, a mixed economy. Remember, individuals and businesses in the private, government in the public. Number 17, again, most of you did that one. A few of you shared decision making between government. You saw the word government, maybe you thought it was there, but government controls all resources and production in a centrally planned or a command economy. 18 was really good. 19 was really good. A little bit of confusion maybe between partnership and corporation because you saw two or more owners, but corporation, remember, it's where someone owns stock and it legally acts as one person. Proprietorship for number 20 was pretty good. Some of you picked D, and some of you with Miriam owning one, and some of you picked B here with Roberta owning stock. But A is the only one where one person has all the risk and all the profits. 21 was a little bit more challenging. The amount that you invest in a company means you're buying stock in that company, and if you want to buy more, then you have more risk, but you have more reward, more profit. Okay, If you want to invest less, you can do that. You can also sell your stock and totally get out of it. Okay? That's a corporation. And that's how those work. And remember, there's a board of directors and usually a CEO that run the operation, so the owner of the business can take a step back a little bit there. All right, 22, you did pretty solid. Competition allows more people in business to make a profit. It was a distractor there. Actually, what would happen in a competition is, one would be, in theory, doing better than another. Okay? But what competition leads to, if you have more people in the market selling a product, they have to make it better, and they have to lower the price to get people to buy it. So that's 22. 23, no need to go over that one. You did really well. 24 is consumer sovereignty. If one is being sold and is popular and the other is not, that means the people have spoken. The people have chosen or shown their freedom to pick the one that they like as opposed to the other one. Okay, and one might go out of business. Like in this one, Barry Burst goes out of business or stops being produced because of consumer sovereignty. And then 25, the United States economy is not centrally planned. The United States economy is a mixed economy, so that should not have been a distractor. Not really much of a distractor either. Really, if the government's going to get involved in the economy, it's because that they are deciding that what they're doing is going to help the economy in the long run, more so than just kind of staying still and staying out of the economy. So the benefits outweigh the costs. Okay. If you have any other questions, bring them to me in class so we can get them squared away before our SOL. Thank you.